Hey guys, how's it going? It's Danconia here, and a few days ago we reached quite a big landmark on the channel. Yes, we hit 500 subscribers, and that's a pretty big landmark, to be quite honest with you. I am really happy with everything that's going on the channel at the moment, even though perhaps the content is not quite to the frequency that I'd like it to be. The main thing that's impressed me at the moment is the influx of people watching the League Roundup. The numbers on the League Roundup compared to the first series for the inaugural season is crazy. I can't believe we're hitting double figures on all these videos right now. Even non-League Roundup videos are hitting double figures at the moment, so I'm really thankful to you guys for watching the videos. Honestly, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The likes, all the comments, all of the great feedback on the videos. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic, and I'm so grateful to you guys for joining me on this journey, really. It's this channel has changed so much since it started. It's ridiculous. It's played so many different games, and now it seems to have settled on Overwatch, basically. I'm an Overwatch YouTuber, which is something I wouldn't have said. I hadn't played Overwatch when I first created this channel, so it's crazy how times change, but I am really enthusiastic to bring more content to you guys, and it's absolutely coming. I have a notepad in front of me, and it has 28 videos planned on it. 28 videos, including 4 series actually, concerning the Overwatch League, concerning just Overwatch in general, BlizzCon as well. I want to do some coverage for BlizzCon, even though I won't be going, because hopefully it should be a pretty cool BlizzCon. We just had Overwatch for the Switch announced. I don't have a Switch, so don't expect any content on that, but that's really interesting. That's really interesting, and I want to see how that'll work out. The only problem I have with Overwatch for the Switch is apparently it's going to be 30 FPS limited, so I don't know how that's going to work out. It'd be interesting though. I would love to get my hands on a Switch and try Overwatch on the Switch. It'd be such an interesting experience. But anyway, that's me getting off on a tangent. I've got a lot of stuff planned, but obviously it's getting around to the time of doing it. I've got to record footage for all of it, then I've got to do the background stuff for it as well. But something I wanted to touch on as well is if you've seen a slight difference in the videos recently, that's because they are scripted. I have moved to scripting my videos a slight bit more. And the reason for that is this video is not scripted. And you can probably notice because I kind of go off on tangents a bit. But that was the problem with some of my videos, in my opinion, that I went off on too many tangents, especially in the League Roundup, and it made them very long. You might have noticed that in the past few roundups, now that they're scripted, they've been nearer the between 10 to 15 minute mark. Instead of me going off on tangents and then them ended up being like 20 minutes long. I don't think that's brilliant, to be quite honest with you. I don't want the League Roundups to be 20 minutes long. That's not what that's about. If I was going to do a more in-depth look at something, I'd do a different Overwatch League Roundup. I'd do an extra look or something like that I've done before. So that's where I'm at with that. And so if you've noticed a difference in the videos, they are more scripted now. They are more structured. And I'm hoping that will make the content better. Obviously, I await, if you want to give me feedback on that, please go ahead. Because I am just iterating on things that I personally think will make the content on the channel better. If it's not making the content on the channel better, or if there's stuff I could do which could make the content even better than that, then please let me know. Because I'm always willing to change to make sure that the content is as good as possible. Obviously, there's certain things I can't do, which is, at the moment, get better equipment. I can't do that, but I will work on that eventually. I want to replace this microphone sooner rather than later, but that is something I have to hold on for because I've got to replace my headphones because my headset is broken or is breaking, and it keeps disconnecting when I play Overwatch, which is not brilliant. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent again. This is what happens when I don't script videos. Obviously, we're approaching the end of the Overwatch League season. We're now in the playoffs. So the League Roundup will finish up for this year. There is another series concerning the Overwatch League coming up just after the Roundup will finish. So that's just after the playoffs finish. So that's at the end of September going into October. Obviously, then we hit BlizzCon near the end of October going into November. That should be interesting because then you'll have the Overwatch World Cup. The Overwatch World Cup roundup will return, and I can't wait to bring that back to you guys. It's going to be a big preview to that, looking at all of the World Cup teams and their rosters. It should be really interesting, this World Cup, because it's going to be a bit of a different structure. Don't even ask me why Profit is not in the South Korean Overwatch World Cup squad. I can't answer that question. I'm still baffled. I'm still baffled. But yeah, that will come back, and then obviously we'll have the lead into the next season of the Overwatch League, which starts early next year. That is going to be an interesting one because I don't know how I will structure the roundups because of the timings of obviously the homestands and all that. That's going to be interesting and probably a logistical nightmare for me to work out, but hey, that's for me to worry about. Also, I have got other stuff planned. Some of these videos are concerning Overwatch, the base game, instead of the esports scene. I want to look at maps, because obviously there's one map in the pool that is terrible, let's be honest. I don't need to name it, I don't think. I want to take a look at that map. I want to rip into the Overwatch devs for it. So that should be fun. I get to go on a rant video. That'll be fun. And also I want to cover the Overwatch Contenders Gauntlet, which will be happening in October, which will find the best Tier 2 Overwatch competitive pro team in the world. Obviously, we now know who is going to be competing in that. We've got Runaway from Korea. We've got Element Mystique. I can't remember the other team from Korea. It's either Genji or O2 Blast, and I can't remember which one. But we'll have HSL, I believe, from Europe, Atlanta Academy. Is the Gladiators Academy, Gladiators Legion? I haven't done a video yet, so I will be going into this a lot. Talent Esports as well. I will be going into the Gauntlet. I will cover the Gauntlet completely, because the Gauntlet should be a really interesting thing, because the Gauntlet will be, it's going to find the best Tier 2 team in the world, but it's also more than that, because at the Gauntlet, there will be scouts for the Overwatch League in 2020. There will be all sorts of people looking at these players with a view to bring them into the Overwatch League next year. So big performances from certain players at the Gauntlet of Contenders could really have implications for certain Overwatch League teams in the future. And the Gauntlet should be hella fun anyway, because I don't do an awful lot of Tier 2 coverage these days. I did used to do the Contenders Roundup, but the problem is with the Contenders Roundup is because there are so many regions, it gets really complicated and really messy and quite difficult to cover, especially when they don't all match up. The Overwatch League is a bit more straightforward. You know when it's going to happen. So, that's what I wanted to cover in terms of up-and-coming stuff. I will endeavour to bring all this content to you as quickly as possible, as I always do. I have got a big series I need to record. 20 videos long. And if you can guess what that series is, I'll like your comment. That's a deal. 20 videos long. It's in competitive Overwatch esports. And it's coming after the end of the Overwatch League season. If you can guess it, I'll like your comment. Anyway, thank you ever so much for 500 subscribers. I am overwhelmed with the support that the channel has received in the past year or so. The growth on the channel at the moment is ridiculous compared to what it was 12 months ago. And I am so grateful to you guys for supporting me and supporting the channel like you do. And I hope I can meet your expectations going into the future, and I hope I can bring you some more awesome content going into the next couple of months and into 2020. But I'm going to leave it here, I think. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next video. See you then.